I'd like to share a short sale success story on this property in North Redondo Beach. It's a 2-on-a-lot Jimmy Powers 2005 built 4-bed, 2.5 bath, gorgeous home. Met the client on floor time and worked with them for about 2.5 years, and through a tragedy we had to list and sell their property. The buyers were first-time buyers represented by an out-of-area agent. The property went on the market in April of 2009. The buyers first saw the property on June 20th. The offer came in on June 29th. 3 counters later, we agreed on terms, and we entered into contract on July 9th. The sales price was $737,000 with a $10,000 initial deposit. It was to be a 45-day escrow, but as we all know, in short sales, that's not the way it ended up. There were no concessions. The buyer and seller were each to pay their own escrow and title fees. The selling agent was going to supply the home warranty to the buyer. The approval came September 21st, 2.5 months almost after signing the contract. So along the way we had some snags in the process. Mainly, as often can happen in a short sale, I found out that the file can be closed if there is any missing information. The lender required the seller to contribute $15,000 cash contribution, and that was going to be impossible, so both agents, listing and selling agent, and the buyer shared in the contribution. The buyer also wanted to have the seller's piano as a part of that concession. Once we had written approval, we were told that we had to have a very, very quick close of escrow within 35 days, or we would be charged, the seller would be charged a per diem rate. In the end, the seller required more time in the property, and a per diem addendum was drawn up. The close of escrow, we needed a final HUD-1. Loan docs were signed on a Tuesday, and the property funded on the loan funded on Thursday. It was closed, recorded, and confirmed on October 23rd of 2009, a mere 106 days after entering into the contract. The most difficult aspect of the process was being certain that everything was uploaded and processed perfectly, and being able to have a human to talk to was the biggest challenge that I had. But all in all, 106 days had a successful close of a short sale in a beautiful townhome in North Redondo. Thank you. Does anybody have any questions on this short sale in North Redondo Beach? Andy?
Hi, yes, Allison. You said that the bank would close the file at times. What were the reasons behind the bank closing the file?
When they first received a HUD, a breakdown of the costs, the buyer-borrower's last name was incorrect and the middle initial was missing, and so therefore they closed the file for that reason. Another reason was when they Bank of America requested a $15,000 cash contribution from the seller. When they did not receive a response in a timely fashion, which was only about 2 hours, they closed the file. I was able to, of course, reopen the file, and I had to start back a few steps in the process. Anybody else?
How short was the close? Was it, a couple $100,000, $100,000? In that range?
It was in that range.
And what do you think, what would you attribute your success on this close to? Perseverance on, keeping on the bank, is that essential, or is this something the bank?
South Bay Brokers has taught us well, and we are a paperless company, but I kept immaculate paper records of every single time I called the bank, who I spoke to, what time I spoke to them, and what was discussed. So you have to stay on top of the process, call them every week, and just be cognizant that there's a lot of strange things going on in short sales.
Now, was foreclosure ever a possibility on this property?
It was a possibility.
And so you prevented that with the sale?
Yes.